Someone once said, "If your voice is loud, some people will listen. But if your message is strong, everyone will pay attention." Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today, I have a story for you that will touch your heart. A story about fate, kindness, and how one selfless act can completely change your life. There was once a 24-year-old boy who lived a simple, lonely life. His parents had passed away, he had no family left, and he worked tirelessly for a very strict boss. His entire world revolved around just surviving each day. He'd earn a little bit of money, come home, cook 4 chapatis with some vegetables, eat all alone, and then fall asleep, exhausted. It was a cycle of pure survival. One night, he cooked his usual 4 chapatis. But when he came back after washing his hands, one was missing. He was confused, looked around, but found absolutely nothing. "Strange," he murmured, and just let it go. The next night, the exact same thing happened. 1 chapati disappeared. By the 3rd night, he'd had enough. He decided he was going to find out who or what was taking his food. So, he cooked his chapatis and hid in the shadows, watching quietly. Suddenly, a big fat mouse appeared and started dragging one of his chapatis away. The boy instantly grabbed it. But before he could even react, the mouse spoke. In a soft voice, it said, "Brother, why are you stopping me? I'm only taking my share of fate. Please just let me have my chapati." The boy was completely stunned. "A talking mouse." He replied, "I barely have enough to survive. Every single day I make 4 chapatis just to fill my stomach. My life is already so difficult and now you're stealing from me." The mouse nodded sympathetically. "I know your pain," it said, "but I also know someone who can help you. Someone who can answer all your questions about life, fate, and happiness. His name is Gautam Buddha. Go to his ashram, and he will show you the way." The boy thought about it for a moment. What did he have to lose? His life was already at rock bottom. So, he took the few coins he had, packed a small bag, and took 5 days leave from work. His journey toward wisdom had officially begun. On the first night of his travels, he came across a grand, beautiful mansion. The owner, a kind elderly man, welcomed him inside. "Where are you headed, young man?" he asked. "I'm going to meet Gautam Buddha," the boy replied. The old man's eyes lit up with hope. "Then please, will you ask him something for me? My daughter. She hasn't spoken a single word in 20 years. Please ask him when she will speak again." The boy promised he would and continued his journey. The next day, he reached a range of snowy mountains. The path ahead was treacherous. Sharp cliffs, icy winds, it seemed impossible to cross. He didn't know how he could possibly go further until he saw a man meditating. The man's aura was calm and incredibly powerful. It was a magician. "Where are you going?" the magician asked. "To meet Gautam Buddha," the boy said. The magician smiled faintly. "Then please, ask him something for me. I've been meditating here for 1,000 years, yet I still haven't reached heaven. Ask him when I will finally ascend." The boy agreed, and in return, the magician used his staff to create a bridge of pure light that helped the boy cross the dangerous mountain safely. Later, the boy reached a huge, raging river. The current was far too strong. It was impossible to cross on his own. But then, a giant tortoise surfaced. "Where are you going, young traveler?" it asked in a deep, slow voice. "I'm going to meet Gautam Buddha." The tortoise replied, "Then please ask him this for me. I've lived in this river for 500 years just waiting to become a dragon. Ask him when my transformation will finally come." The boy agreed and climbed onto the tortoise's broad back, crossing the river safely. After a long and tiring journey, he finally reached Gautam Buddha's ashram. He sat among hundreds of people, all listening to the wise master's discourse. When the session ended, the boy approached Buddha with folded hands. Buddha smiled gently and said, "You may ask 3 questions and no more." The boy froze. 3 questions? but he had 4. One for the mansion owner, one for the magician, one for the tortoise, and one for himself, about his own miserable fate. He stood there, thinking deeply. He looked back on his journey and the promises he'd made. In that moment, he made a decision. He decided to sacrifice his own question and ask for the others instead. So he asked his first question. When will the mansion owner's daughter speak? Buddha replied, she will speak the day she gets married. He asked the second, when will the magician reach heaven? Buddha said, when he lets go of his staff. And for his third and final question, when will the tortoise become a dragon? Buddha answered, when it removes its shell. The boy bowed in gratitude and began his long journey home, his own question still unanswered. He first met the tortoise and told him, Buddha says you will become a dragon when you remove your shell. The tortoise smiled. Then it's time. It shed its heavy shell, and in an instant, transformed into a magnificent dragon. Before flying into the clouds, it left behind a pile of shining, priceless pearls as a gift. The boy then met the magician and said, Buddha says you will reach heaven when you let go of your staff. The magician smiled peacefully, handed his powerful staff to the boy, and in a burst of golden light his soul rose to the heavens. Finally, the boy returned to the grand mansion. He told the old man, Buddha says your daughter will speak the day she gets married. The owner's eyes filled with tears of joy. He looked at the boy and said, Then there is no better groom for her than you. Will you marry my daughter? The boy agreed. And as they were wed, the girl turned to him and spoke her very first words. You are the one who came to our house that night. The boy's life was completely transformed. He now had the pearls of wealth from the dragon, the immense power from the magician's staff, and the true love of his wife. All of this came to him because he chose to put others before himself. This story holds a timeless truth. True greatness is born from selflessness. The boy sacrificed his one desire to understand his own fate in order to help others, and in return, the universe rewarded him with everything he had ever dreamed of, and so much more. Life will often test you, asking whether you'll think of yourself first or of others. But every act of kindness, every selfless choice, builds a bridge toward miracles you can't yet see. Remember this. When you help others without expecting anything in return, life finds a way to repay you in the most beautiful and unimaginable ways. Let go of greed, let go of fear, and just be kind. Because the hands that give are always the first to receive the blessings of the universe. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you in the next one.